Howdy, Beefalo Bart here, and welcome. This our World of Warships. Ships. Alright, so I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the game. If not, then what in the hell? I'll give you a quick rundown of what I've got in my port here. You see everything is set for a Christmas theme right now because it's just about Christmas time. You can actually change your ports by selecting here, and you got Spaceport, Philippines, Dragon, Dunkirk, Halloween, Black Sea, bunch of different themes you can choose from, but I'm fine with this one for now. Prior to the Christmas theme, there was the one it was actually defaulting to. The city was being bombed by German aircraft. Kind of cool. So, quick rundown of what I got in the port. And I don't play the game very often, so it's not like I'm a hardcore player. I'm more of a casual player at best. I don't have any doubloons right now. Probably should buy a few more here and there because I need to convert some XP over. But I've got some set up on my primaries because I'm trying to level them up or what have you. Now this one I can't level up because it is a premium. This is the American ship, the Atlanta. You've got 3 turrets on the back, 3 turrets on the front, and 1 on either side. And it tends to be what I call a glass jaw. It can't take a whole lot of damage before it just gets wrecked. And the shells that it fires, well, they tend to fracture. This is a tier 7 ship, and it usually gets put against 7, 8, and 9. So against the higher tier ships, the high explosives, they don't penetrate. They fracture. They bounce or whatever. And if it wasn't for the fact that the rate of fire is absolutely stupid fast, you're talking about a rate of fire of, you can fire a complete salvo of all of your guns every 5 seconds. But they only do 1,800 damage with high explosive and 2,100 with AP. But the only time the AP is any good is if you're at really, really close range. And if you're really, really close range, you're probably going to get wrecked anyway. But you do also have torpedoes. They have a limited range of 4.5 kilometers. It's pretty short. So if you're in torpedo range with an Atlanta, you've made some poor life choices and you're pretty much screwed. Doesn't mean I don't love the ship. It's still fun to play as long as you play it. And the way I tell everybody, it's like that fat kid that's part of a gang fight. He's going to hide behind a dumpster and just throw light bulbs and shit over the top and, you know, be that way. Be really, really loud and boisterous and just throw a lot of shit really quickly, and all while hiding because you just can't take a hit. Alright, so moving along here. We got the Helena, which is a tier 7 also, American cruiser. And respectable. You've got 3 guns on the front, 2 on the back, and that's it. Modules wise, I guess I can leave this screen up. You got 152mm gun, 8.5 second reload time on your guns, not bad. The turning speed to go from far left to far right is 22.5 seconds versus the Atlanta 7.2 seconds. You can go from aiming to the left, aiming to the right, you know, swinging your turrets completely around in 7 seconds. So it's pretty badass. It has a lot of shortcomings, but it's a fun ship. The Helena is not bad overall. It's not great, but it's not bad. It does not have torpedoes. The Kirov. I really hated this ship, but as you can see, I've got a 10-point captain on here. And once I was able to get the training down on my 10-point captain, that allowed me to unlock the inertia fuse for high explosive shells. Essentially, that's going to allow them to penetrate a little bit farther before they explode, but they have less chance of setting a fire. But I've also used this for a demolition expert to increase the chance of setting fire, and also have flags, if I choose to use them, that will, or signals that if I choose to use them will increase the chance of setting a fire, which is pretty cool. So this is actually sort of a viable ship now once I've got a 10-point captain on it. It's not great. It's not horrible. I want to like it, but I can't. You know? So 13.5 seconds between salvos, and your guns, well, you've got 1 turret on the back and 2 on the front. Not a very potent ship overall. It's tier 5, but Königsberg. Now, this on the other hand, 2 turrets on the back, 1 on the front, 3 guns on each turret. Pretty much in the same boat as the Kirov, where you've got 3 guns on each turret, 2 on the front, 1 on the back, where this has 2 on the back, 1 on the front. But the way that they're staggered is you don't have to be as steep of an angle when you're facing this way to be able to get all 3 guns on target. It has its benefits once you figure out how to use the damn thing, but also with the 10-point captain running the inertia fuse for high explosive shells allows me to get a little bit more damage in with high explosives. Still want to change over to armor piercing against cruisers and destroyers when they're close, but 7.5 second reload time, so it's respectable. The turn time of the turrets, 27 seconds. And yes, I could increase it by adding stuff on here, but I'm not going to get carried away with adding expensive modules onto a tier 5 ship. 6, 7 maybe, but that's because there's operations you can do with tier 6, or sometimes they're tier 7 operations. So having both of those, you know, a tier 6 or 7 might mean more to me than a tier 5. Doesn't mean that I don't like the ship. It's actually a pretty good ship to run once you get the hang of it. Tirpitz, premium ship. All kind of stuff piled up on here. Being that it's a premium, you cannot add anything else. You can't research anything else for it. You can add the upgrades here, but cash cow. You get in a good battle with this thing, and it plays more like a heavy cruiser than a humongous battleship that it is. You got 2 turrets on the back, 2 turrets on the front. They're 380mm guns, so they're huge. Reload for a battleship is 26 seconds. It's respectable. Turn time 31 seconds. Not completely horrible. A little bit better tracking. You do have torpedoes with this, which most people don't think about. A battleship with torpedoes. You got 4 tubes on either side. So you can actually play this like a really, really heavy cruiser. It's pretty quick in the water, and not bad overall. Leander. Yes, you have torpedoes. And yes, I could probably upgrade it, but I don't care. No high explosives whatsoever. Armor piercing shells only. But with a 152mm gun, you have 7.5 second reload time and a lock time of 26 seconds, and 3100 damage, which is about average for a tier 5, 6 area. Actually, it's not a bad ship. You get into a decent battle with it. You don't want to get up close or too close, but you don't want to get too far away. Armor piercing does lose its punch at extended ranges. So a good medium range. I mean, your range on your guns is what? Look right here. 13.2 kilometers. I could upgrade it, like I said, but I'm not really worried about it. I'm only going to gain 1.2 kilometers. Might be useful. Doesn't really matter that much to me. So usually within about 8 to 10 kilometers, then you can do some pretty hefty damage with it. It's not bad. The Emilberchen. Yeah, I want to like this one, but I just can't. It's supposed to be a cruiser, but you got 1 turret with 3 guns on the back, 2 turrets up front with 3 guns, and torpedoes. I just can't seem to like this ship for some reason. The Mitsuki Destroyer. not a big fan of destroyers. I can play them, I can do okay with them, but meh, whatever. Could upgrade the guns on this one, but again, not worried about it. You've got one gun up front, and you've got one gun in the back. You got two guns. Yeah. And 12-second reload time on your guns. Low damage rolls. I mean, 2,000 with AP and 1,700 with HE. Just not that effective guns on here. And torpedo tube-wise, you've got a triple tube in the front and one in the rear. So you got two torpedo tubes, and they're center located, meaning you can either shoot them this way or this way. But yeah, it'd be nice if you had tubes on this side and tubes on that side, split up. So it's just want to like it, but I can't. Any other destroyers in that lineup? No. Congo, for a battleship. Tier 5, not horrible. 2 turrets in the back, 2 in the front, 2 guns on each. 356mm, 31-second reload time. Lock time 60 seconds. AP shells can do 10,000 damage. Not bad, respectable, but Japanese carrier. Okay, the Tier 4, one of the best carrier games I ever had was in the Tier 4 Japanese carrier. And then I went to the Tier 5, and these planes suck. I mean, seriously. They're made out of paper mache. You look at them cross, and they fall out of the damn sky. So, I just can't seem to like this carrier at all. Aoba, I guess. 2 turrets on the front, 1 on the back. Spotter plane, or, you know, it's actually more of a fighter plane, but not horrible. Just not a Japanese cruiser fan or destroyer fan. For these, at least. It's not horrible. I don't play it that often. It is Tier 6. I went ahead and got it up to Tier 6, so I could have multiple things in Tier 6 and Tier 7 for operations. Since I am in a clan, I'm eligible to get loaner ships for clan wars, clan battles. So I could actually use the Yamato in clan battles, but nothing else. The only way I could use it is in a clan battle. And I have to put my own commander in there. Let's see. The Albany. This was a Tier 2 premium that I got for something, somewhere, somehow, whatever. Meh at best. 152mm gun, though, for a Tier 2 is not too shabby. With 8-second reload time. 22-second lock time. But you've only got 2 turrets that are firing in that direction. And you do have, what, 4 single gun turrets along the side. So, you know, you only have to worry about that lock time for your front and rear guns. The rest of them just turn towards and just let them loose. It's kind of like a weak version of this, the St. Louis. Holy shit, the St. Louis. Now, I need to hurry up and get his ass leveled up so I can get the inertia fuse. Why do I have Max Strauss? Oh, must be some event thing going on. But once I get that for this ship, this is just a sealed clubber ship. You got a lot of guns. They fire really quickly. I mean, you're talking about a 10-second reload, which is pretty fair. 30-second lock time doesn't really matter because you've only got 2 turrets, one in the front, one in the back, that you have to worry about the lock time. But you got 2 guns here, a gun here, 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 here. So you got a bunch on the side. This thing can just lay out a high volume of fire. Fun ship to play. South Carolina. Well, I live in South Carolina, so naturally I'm going to have this ship. You got 4 turrets, 2 front, 2 rear, 2 guns on each, 305mm, 30-second reload time, meh. 38-second lock time. Yeah. It's a Tier 3, though. I mean, it's, you know, whatever. The Omaha Tier 5 Cruiser. Tier 5 Cruiser. I think the only reason why I've got this one is so that I can keep it and work towards the Pensacola. I'm actually more towards this line right here. Dallas is Tier 6. I'm already Tier 7 on this line. So the only reason why I kept the Omaha, so I can start working towards getting the Pensacola as well and work on that other line. Why the hell do you have to keep hijacking my damn view? I'm looking at shit. So that's the only reason why I still have the Omaha. And it's not bad overall. Torpedoes and, you know, dual gun turret up front and in the back. It's not the greatest, but yeah, it's still not bad. The Farragut. I don't do a lot of destroyers, but then again, you do have twin quad, so you have 8 torpedoes you can launch between 2 salvos of 4 each, and you do at least have 5 guns. So not horrible, and the guns themselves, not horrible. 4-second reload time with 1800 and 2100. That's cruiser style damage for, you know, the guns, and rate of fire is not bad. Yeah, they're not horrible. The Farragut's not bad if you know how to play a destroyer. New Mexico. This is my highest tier battleship besides the Tirpitz. Like I said, I'm a casual player. I don't have a whole lot of ships. We got 2 turrets front, 2 turrets back with 3 guns each. 356 millimeter. 34-second reload time. 48.5 second lock time. Respectable damage. Okay. Independence. My carrier. American carriers seem to have better planes than the Japanese carriers do. You know, realistically too, I mean, I guess. Whereas with the Japanese, you get 2, 3, 4 different squadrons you can put in the air. Currently right now, this ship you only get 3. 1 fighter, 1 torpedo, and 1 dive bomb. Not a bad carrier though. Gearing tier 10, this is a loaner also for Clan Wars. But you can see you got twin launchers that are midship. So you can either fire left or right, and there's 10 torpedoes total. So there's not the clan that I'm in doesn't have a whole lot of people that are usually on. Diana, another tier 2. Got this, I don't know how. Tier 2 premium ship. Yeah, a bunch of guns. You know, it's not horrible. Not great, but not horrible. It's a tier 2, so. The Dursky. Okay, here's the thing about the Dursky. It is a tier 3 destroyer, and if I'm going to play a destroyer for fun, this is probably it. Because you have twin tube here, 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 and here. You have 5 tubes that fire 2 torpedoes each with a reload time of 22 seconds. Well, it seems like a long time, but you're talking about these are torpedoes, not your guns. Your guns, 5-second reload time. You got 1, 2, 3 guns. Meh, you're not really doing much with your guns. Low damage rolls on everything anyway. But when you can sit there and dump 10 torpedoes, and then 22 seconds later dump 10 more torpedoes, they're short range, they're only 4-kilometer range, but holy crap, each one of them is doing 6,100 damage, maximum damage. So if you're doing 6 grand damage per torpedo times 10, there's not much out there that can withstand a salvo from this thing. Whenever it gets close, it gets within that 4-kilometer range, it's detected, so it needs to have speed. Because by the time you're in torpedo range, you're detected. You're going to get spotted. You're going to get your ass cut if you don't move good. But you can dump 10 torpedoes, haul ass, maneuver, pop smoke, do what you got to do, and then turn right around and dump 10 more torpedoes and cover your getaway. Even if you don't hit, the thing about putting 10 torpedoes in the water in a wide spread, people are going to freak out. They're going to have to turn and avoid your torpedoes, and that's going to cause them to turn broadside to your teammates or whatever else. This is a fun destroyer to play. Just overall, it's fun. Bogatyr. This is kind of like the Russian St. Louis. So if I'm playing a Russian ship, yeah, I'll run this. It's also disposable, so if I need a ship to get rid of, I can get rid of that one. I figured the Tier 3 Russian destroyer was so much, Russian destroyer was so much fun. The Dursky. The Tier 4 must be even better. No. 2 tubes here and 1 here. So you have 3 triple tube launchers, and the reload speed is 39 seconds. So it's doesn't dump torpedoes as fast. They're only a 5-kilometer range, so they're only a little bit longer. So not as much fun as the Dursky. G101. The only interesting thing about it is you got a torpedo tube launcher here and on the other side, and then you got these 2 guys that are Y-shaped, really widespread, but you can also shoot them at a steep angle like this. So you can shoot torpedoes this way instead of normally straight off to the sides like you can with regular destroyers. Nassau, just because I'm working on a German battleship line occasionally. Hindenburg, another loner for Clan Wars. This is a cruiser. Hell, it looks like a battleship. You got 2 turrets in the back, 2 in the front, with 3 guns on each. 203mm guns. Smaller, but 11-second reload times. Not bad. But again, it's for Clan Wars only. Now, when you really feel like engaging seal clubbing mode, this is the ship. Serious seal clubbing action going on. Fully upgraded and maxed out with camo and flags and signals and everything else. If you're just sitting there trying to be a seal clubbing dirty little bastard and you want to just farm some XP in co-op, and if you could ever find one into a regular battle, this is the ship to play. Because, well, I got a 6-point captain on it, and I'm going to get this one up to a 10-point and higher. But it's a British ship, but it does get high explosives. So, as I can get up to it, and I still got a ways to go, I need 4 more points. I will get the inertia fuse for high explosive shells, so it doesn't matter what I face, it's going to destroy them anyway. But you're only going to be facing other cruisers, and you're only going to be facing Tier 1s. Worst case scenario, a Tier 2. So, in co-op battles, 99.99% of the time you're going to be facing other Tier 1s, and with a good commander and everything decked out. And I also have the the upgraded armaments modification. So increases my survivability of my modules, and risk of being incapacitated on my guns is lower, and the rate of fire is 6 seconds for all 3 guns that you have. But you going towards somebody, you got 2 guns to fire towards the front, and this is just, it's a seal clubber ship, and it's fun. Medea. This was the Tier 2, the first of the British destroyers. Not sure why I still have it. I guess it's just disposable at this point, because I'm already up to Tier 4 on the those. However, I do have the Gallant, which is Tier 6 Premium, but we'll get to that in just a minute. The Medea, like all British ships that have torpedoes, you can fire them. Like, this is a double tube launcher. Is it double or triple? It's double. Okay. So you can actually fire 1 torpedo at a time, or fire both torpedoes from each tube at a time. And that's fun, but when you get into the Wakeful, you have 2 triple tube launchers, so you can fire 6 individual torpedoes instead of 2 salvos of 3. So that's as far as I've gotten up to it. I need to keep leveling on the thing, get up to the Acosta, and get into the tier 6 range, tier 7. The Orion, just when I feel like running the British battleships. It's actually a nice looking battleship. I like the lines, the angles, and so forth. I don't play it that often, so I couldn't really tell you all that much about it. Gallant, I broke down and bought that during the Royal Navy event thing. And you get your own camo that comes with it. But as you can see, you got 2 quad launchers. The guns pretty much suck, but you're not usually using guns on a destroyer all that often. The only time I ever use guns on a destroyer is when I'm already spotted, and I might as well, right? What's the worst that can happen is you hit them and you do damage? Okay. But yeah, you can fire single fire or spreads of 4. Not too shabby. Pan-Asian destroyers. Meh, at best. Got 2 triple tube launchers. They're midship, so I prefer the ones on either side because you can fire off these this way and then turn and fire off the other side. But you got just over a minute on reload time on your torpedoes. But Pan-Asian destroyers use what's called deep water torpedoes, which means when you fire them, they will pass right underneath another destroyer. So if you're working in an area with other Pan-Asian destroyers, you can just sling shit everywhere. You can sling skill all over the place. You don't have to worry about hitting friendly destroyers. Some cruisers they'll go under, but not all. And yeah, battleships are just screwed. Froggies, French battleships. Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot with those yet. Apparently the current event is still doing with the Halloween stuff. So the Ghoul, you get the 3 Halloween ships with 19-point captains. Cool, but I don't know. And they're good XP if depending on which one they are. So yeah, it's just kind of a freaky looking destroyer. The Octopus, which is the cruiser, yeah, it's just creepy. Moving octopus on here. 3 turrets on the front, 2 on the back. They're 155 guns, 10-second reload, 30-second lock time. Not too shitty. And then the Leviathan. 2 turrets front, 1 turret back. Not sure what these are based off of, but got some funky looking teeth hanging off the bow. But since they come with a 19-point captain, this one does have HE, so it's not a British one. So you get 19 points you can spread out. And of course, I'm going to go for inertia fuse high explosives. But I usually go with Torn. I'll probably come back and get both of these, but I want preventative maintenance. I want last stand. So if my engine's taken out or my steering's taken out, I can still maneuver a little bit. And then superintendent, so that I can get more, but in this case I'm going to do demolition expert, inertia high explosives. Then I can come back and do this guy, get more consumables. Leaves me with 6 points. I really kind of want to do this. We'll see. I'm probably not even going to use these damn things, so. Extends torpedo acquisition range. Hell, I don't know. Radio location. Shows the direction of the nearest enemy for a ship that's going to be used in Davy Jones, really? Let's see here. Probably go with that. Still got 3 points. So what can I do with 2 here? Then we'll do that, and why not? Loader. Except I'm probably not even going to use these damn things. What is the actual operation? Twilight? Eh. It's a PvP battle. So being that it is PvP, then it's probably should have looked at that first and then set up. Your co-op versus PvP is 2 different styles of battle, you know. And the only thing you can use these 3 ships here for is for the operation of the Twilight battle. Operation of the week is Tier 6 Destroyer, Cruiser, Battleship, and all ships. So this one, hell, I don't know. Look at the operations. So the ships that are compatible for operations will then show up here. I don't have anything else that'll meet that category. Oh, shit. So operation of the week is okay, it's Allied. But I see Japanese in here. Yeah, I guess whatever. So I'm going to do this one particular battle here and see what's what. Now, see what happened is whenever I get done with this battle, is this ship will be locked for like 30 minutes for the operation. That's why I wanted more tier 6s and 7s so that I have more ships available to run these things with. So we're going to start off with Leander. I thought I had more tier 6s than that. I want more tier 6 cruisers. I tend to play cruisers more than anything else. And there's 6 cruisers already in line waiting. The upside to cruisers is a great against other cruisers and destroyers. A little bit less great against other, battleships. But it's not to say that you can't put a cruiser up against a battleship. A game I played a couple nights ago, it was myself versus in a cruiser versus 3 battleships. And because I kept using an island for cover and dipping back and forth, I was able to maneuver through the islands and in between torpedoes and guns, was able to take out all 3 of the battleships. So I'm only going to wait for 1 minute. If I don't get enough, if there's not enough people in line here for me to get a battle within 1 minute, then I just kick out and go to something else. North American server doesn't have as much activity. There's 10 players within range, 13, so one might start up here in just a second. Co-op, I can always find a battle in co-op because no matter what tier I select, worst case scenario, if I go into a battle in co-op and nobody else queues up, then the rest of my team will be filled up with bots if the team hasn't been filled within, I think, 1 minute's time. So for me, being able to, it's like, okay, screw it, I'm going to take the Black Swan and go out there and just goof off, or I'm going to take this, or I'm going to take that. No matter what I take, I can find a battle within a minute's time, no matter what. Whereas if I want to go into a random battle with a tier 1 ship and do some seal clubbing, not that I do that, but, I could, but if you go in with a tier 1 at 3 o'clock in the morning, you may not get a battle at all. So after like 5 minutes, I think it kicks you back to the menu. So So this being the Leander, I have no no high explosives. I only have armor piercing and torpedoes.
Under attack. Impede the enemy's advance until the main fleet forces arrive.
Alright,
so. Base Commander, good luck. Try not to lose a single ship and save our base structures from destruction.
Reconnaissance data suggests the principal attack would be launched in 10 minutes. If the outer radius of defense is broken, the attack will begin earlier.
Alright, so I'm sure we're going to have some ships coming in from this direction right here, but currently right now the enemy is coming from the left over here, the west side. And on some of these operations you actually have a capital ship that actually will do repairs. And looks like we may have one right over here, so if I start taking damage, then I can always retreat back and try to get healed up. So everything is out of range right now.
Commander, support ship approaching the second battery line.
So I don't really want to get up here and be the focus of the enemy. I want battleship or other people to actually take the brunt of the attacks. And just sit there and just drop some lead. Yeah. Being this is armor piercing, the max range of these guns, I'm not going to do as much damage, so doesn't mean I'm not going to fire. Try to predict the arc on every ship, slightly different. Situational awareness. You actually have to kind of look around a little bit because you don't know who might be coming and ramming somebody else or getting rammed. You've got the markers, but as a basic rule of thumb, it's not always right.
This is Base Commander. Support ship.
But being these are armor-piercing shells, yeah, see, that's why you got to look every so often. Make sure I hit the brakes here. Chikuma is a cruiser. Most cruisers are firing high explosives, which will set your ass on fire. Yeah, I got 2 kills. Not even 9,000 damage. Second attack has started. They're off that direction. Would be really nice if you can actually completely disable chat. I don't... Not saying that, you know, everybody that plays any game is a complete and utter moron, but, you know, the caliber of people you find in a free-to-play online game usually is a bit lower than what you're going to find in games that are, and not always, but... Shut up. Yeah. Free-to-play players tend to be a little bit on the dumber side.
Get back.
Yes, everybody's shouting at him to get back. And that's probably a good idea, because you don't really want to go running off on your own. Out of range. Out of range. What the hell kind of camo is that? Red, white, and green. Is that a Christmas camo? On the mini-map, you can see that, okay, this destroyer right here is just coming into range. I'll try to get more of my guns to bear on it. Oh, I'm spotted, so... Staggering shots, you can just kind of walk your shots in on target. But with a spread, I mean, even if you're dead on the spread of your shells, you're still probably going to miss half of them or more, especially at the longer ranges. I mean, I've got decent shots or accuracy here, but the shot spread is I'm just going to sit here and keep missing over and over and over again, because they'll split. One goes, you know, either side of the ship, or they'll go long, they'll go short. Things like this cruiser here, I'll actually wait, get all my guns to be together, and then, hey, they're actually shooting at me. I don't want to be shot at, so. Alright, that's the battleship. I'm not going to do as much damage to the battleship, so we'll see if I actually hit it, for one. Because I don't have high explosives, shooting at the bow of a battleship is just kind of pointless. I'm not going to set them on fire, so just to see if anything happens here. Yeah, ricochets. So kind of pointless for me to keep shooting at that one. Other one's either gone or out of range. Now the thing about Leander, as opposed to most cruisers, this has a heal, and it also has smoke, which is, you know, heals are usually only found on battleships, and smoke is usually only found on destroyers. Now, I don't have any damage on my ship right now. Occasionally, some people actually know what the hell they're talking about, and they ping on the map, and they know what they're doing. And sometimes, you know, just sometimes, blind faith. If somebody on your team is pinging to go a certain direction, which I hate the map ping thing to begin with, but if somebody calls a plan, try it. Why the hell not? What the hell is our Fuso doing out there still? Fucking lone wolf. Nobody likes a damn lone wolf. Alright, Furry Taco, he's out of range. There's Nuremberg. Because he'll get out there by himself, and
This is Base Commander.
nobody's there to help him. So if he starts getting his ass kicked, he's on his own. Like, well, if he's just that stupid and he wants to be out there by himself, then, you know,
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
that's one thing. But team players, if you got someone that's actually being part of the damn team, having extra guns, focusing in on priority targets, and working as a team to get the frickin' mission accomplished. I have to keep varying my speed here because I'm getting shot at. Keep adjusting my frickin' lead on this damn destroyer too. That should hit. I don't like taking damage. I don't want to take damage. Alright, stop shooting me, you bastards. Oh, fucking idiot. Stop map spamming. The assholes are shooting at me, so make sure I'm not going to run into anybody while I'm heading back towards the repair ship. being that I can only fire HE, good profile shots, I'm doing, you know, 1,000 plus every hit. Got my damn turrets to get all around here.
Reconnaissance reporting. Principal attack is underway.
Alright, so I'll just run over here, stick my neck inside of this a little bit, and get some of that loving. Oh, lovely. And they're coming. Our lone wolf is sticking his head out there, and he's right in between destroyers and battleships and everything else. So I'm just going to run through here, get my healing up. Yeah, screw that damn lone wolf. Nobody likes a freaking lone wolf. Are you repairing me or what? There we go. Come on. Give me some of that loving. Come on, come on, come on. Now, Dallas, you don't really need no damn healing. Did we lose our Fuso? Yes, we did. Our frickin' idiot lone wolf got his ass sunk. Alright, I am full health.
Get back.
Shut the fuck up, loser. Our defensive guns are going to help. But we all need to be focused in on running down these damn destroyers.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Oh, it's always so hard to hit these little tiny bastards. Come on. Yeah, that's one. Oh, it ricocheted. Lovely. And there's a battleship coming. You know what? I'm not going to hit that little bastard, so... Another cruiser sneaking in over here, too. Get this destroyer dead. Torpedo tubes destroyed. Now I'm on fire.
The ship is on fire.
Yeah, I'm on fire again.
The ship is on fire.
Ah, I got to go. Make a run for this repair ship. Why the hell is my torpedo tubes out?
Torpedo, dead ahead.
The ship is on fire.
Yep, I am going to die. Hit my heel, but the battleship needs to leave me the hell alone. Come on, get these fires out. Alright, fires are out. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do shit to these damn battleships. It's a freaking suicide run and go up there with the damn torpedoes. But high explosive shells would be nice right about now. It doesn't appear to be aiming at my ass, so... Yeah, they're just bouncing off. No joy. Get back in the damn repair thing. Why are you showing this side to me? Yep, ricochets. A ricochet son of a bitch. He pisses me off. I don't like him. Captain Kotex here, hiding with me over in the damn repair zone. Yep, ricochet. Oh, I got one penetration. I was aiming a little bit low there. Alright, we completed one of the tasks.
Attention. Enemy defeated. Mission complete.
Yay, yay, yay. That's 3 stars right there. We only lost one idiot. I mean, one person. Alright. So that is that operation there. We got 4 stars. It's for all the ships before the main attack starts. Whatever. We're close. But there's the kicker. 3,040 experience. In co-op, more or less, with no premium account. And only 34,000 damage. But 3,000 XP. That's why I wanted to have plenty of 6s and 7s, because if you're trying to level up your ships as quickly as you possibly can. Yes, yes. It's lovely. Collect a container. I want more resources. Come on, triple coal. Give me that coal. Give me lumps of coal. Come on, lumps of coal. 2. Alright. And yes, I could care less about the Juliet Charlie flags. They're okay. They're usable, but yes, the reason why I want more coal is because in the Arsenal, come on, you can do it. Popular. I could give less than a fuck about what's popular. So, anyway, steel. You only get steel from doing ranked and clan battles, which I don't do either one of. So, I'm not going to get any steel. So, we can skip past anything that requires steel. And now I have 45,000 coal, and it's a slow process to get it. But you get coal by completing challenges and combat missions, or from the daily containers like I just got. 240,000 coal, I can get a tier 10 ship. That's cool. That's tier 10 cruiser, which is going to be right up my alley. I want tier 10 cruisers. Tier 9 battleship for 228,000, or a Tier 9 battleship, the Musashi, 176,000. Tier 5, I don't care. Tier 6, maybe, but not a Tier 5 or Tier 4, so, or Tier 3. So these don't do anything for me. I can get that and that right now. Can almost get that, which don't need a Tier 5, so I'm not even worried about that. So that means I'm going to have to get up into the 176 to 240,000 range. But even if I look at this right here, with discounts, I still need 194,570. Yay! Use coupon. Yeah. Still probably get priced down a little bit lower with a coupon, but whatever. Upgrades, I'm not going to use them. Signals, not going to waste my coal on signals. Camouflages, not going to waste my coal on consumable camouflages. If they were permanent, perhaps. But no. See, this is a permanent, but it requires steel. I don't have steel. Can't get steel. And that's only for the Stalingrad. This one is only for the Flint, you know? What the hell good does that do me? I don't have either one of those ships. Or the Black. I don't have that. A premium ship. Containers. I don't really see myself using my coal to get containers. Definitely not for patches or commanders. I did, however, fail to use my other shit that I had built up. I could have gotten 10-point captain with the other points that I had. I just didn't log in. But that's the arsenal for accumulating stuff like coal, steel, other fancy shit. Royal Navy missions. Tier 1, I've done all but this one, which requires you to have a premium ship. Ones I'm doing now, get 15 hits to Citadel or shot down ribbons or set on fire, which that's an Atlanta run right there. Hit enemy ship 75 times with secondary battery. That's a battleship mission. Vast experience. Earn 30,000 base experience, 1.5 million credits, and destroy 55 ship modules. This one is another one that's good for a cruiser, a decent cruiser. Then once I accomplish 5 of these guys, then I can go to step 3. But honestly, I'm going to get camo for that one. 150,000 credits, okay. Damage Control Party 2, which I'm not going to use, I'll sell. Commander XP, okay, yeah, I can live with that. Juliet Charlie, I don't care about that. Main battery battering is already done. But this one requires me to use the Vanguard or the Nelson. I don't have either one of those. Those are premium ships. By the time you get into the next one, there's on each of these, it requires you to have a premium ship. The Vanguard or Nelson for this week. Last week it was something different. So, you know, I'm not going to buy a premium ship just so I can complete that and get one container. For the cost of the premium ship, I can just buy the damn containers. So, see, I still got 23 minutes left, or I can spend 75,000 credits to get my ship back for the operation. I don't really think a carrier would be suitable for the operation. It might be, but I just don't see it as being that useful. Oh, I want more damn cruisers. Alright, well, we're at the 1 hour mark. If you guys want to see more of this, the operations, or random battles, co-op battles, or anything else, I'll leave it up to you guys. I mean, I could sit here and do this all night long, or I could change to another game or whatever the hell else. 37 ships. Comes to World of Tanks. I've got, I think, 90 tanks in my garage in that game, and I almost never play it. The community inside World of Tanks is absolute pure garbage. There's very little moderation, very little control over the trash that plays it mostly. I can't see it wanting to do a destroyer for that mission. Yep, I think we're gonna get out of there. And as I was saying about the co-op battles, no matter what, I can always get a co-op battle. And if I want to just destroy ship modules, that's the ship to do it. But you got to get close to it. Königsberg, good. Check. I got. This pisses me off that it won't show you the amount of XP that you have to convert without going to the individual ship. I got 451 on that one. I got 2600 on that one. So I usually convert it pretty quick and roll it over. Helena's tier 7. And I got rid of my tier 6, which was the Dallas. The Omaha is not ready to give up the Pensacola yet, which will be another tier 6. No torpedoes. Good anti-aircraft. Poor maneuverability. Yeah. Just wondering if it was worth buying that ship again just to have another tier 6 cruiser. So our focus has been trying to get, like, which I need to break out the Omaha and use it to try to get some XP, but trying to get my cruiser line up to 6 and 7. That Königsberg, I really need to get it leveled up. Kirov, I don't know anything about this ship here, the Bajani. But those are the two that I'll be working on, and the Leander, which is already tier 6, which is the one we just used in that mode. The Emil Burton, I don't know anything about this ship here. So, 2 forward turrets, okay, I can live with that. 2 torpedoes on the other side. What are the guns like? 9-second reload, 2200 damage, maybe. Which is pretty much the same guns it's on the frickin' Emil Burton. I'll shit and fall back in it. 3 guns on each turret, 2 up front, 1 in the back. Yeah, I just can't seem to like this one, so I'm, you know. And the next ship up has less maneuverability and less concealment. A little bit more survivability and a little bit better artillery, but really want to work that British line, because the tech tree wise, the British or UK Royal Navy, the Minotaur 3.2 second reload time with a 4.7 second lock time. 3,200 damage on the AP shells. There's no HE, but that is a fast shooting son of a bitch. So I definitely want that one to play with. On the American line, the Worcester, or Worcester, or whatever the frick you want to pronounce it. 4.6 reload time, 7.2 second lock time. Not too shitty. Not huge on damage, but fast and fun. And with these guns here, see how much traverse, they go up, the elevation on this. These are meant to double as anti-aircraft guns. Got 3 turrets on the back with 2 guns each, 3 on the front. So on a broadside, you're slinging 6 guns, or 6 turrets, total 12 guns that fire every 4.6 seconds. I can dig it. Whereas the Des Moines, even the Des Moines, 5.5 second reload time. AP's smacking for $5,000, which is not bad for a cruiser, but you know. The HE 2800. So even that on the American line, either of the 2 cruisers are worth having. But I've already started coming down this line. Cleveland's next after Helena, and I need to go ahead and get the Pensacola for sure. But the Pensacola is 15 second reload and fair damage. The reason why it takes me so long to get a friggin' tier 10 is because I don't focus one tree, go all the way down, get a tier 10. Then okay, focus this line, get the tier 10. Then this line, get a tier 10. And this one, and then this one. I'm spread across the entire board. You know, I'm just kind of jagged right across here. I'll get everything up to 5 and 6, and then I'll start working on 6 and 7, then 7 and 8. But I still want to keep 6s and 7s for operations, for farming XP. So I want as many 6s and 7s as I can get, which I'll probably end up buying a bunch more port slots as I start getting past this range here. So I can have the New Mexico and Colorado, Pensacola, New Orleans, Dallas, Helena, Farragut, and Mahon, all on the U.S. line. Japanese, okay, but I'll have a carrier as well, but the 6s and 7s across the board, I want all of them. So I have multiples. So whenever I go to farm, like say I picked up 3,000 XP just off of that one 4-star mission. So, cool. Alright, well, thank everybody for dropping in and watching. And I'm going to take a break for a little bit and come back and I'll probably play some more. Let me know on Discord if you want to see some more World of Warships or World of Tanks or whatever game you want to see.